Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. As not just an American, but an extremely naive American when it comes to traveling and stuff. I mean, I've pretty much never traveled. I don't really consider traveling within the United States. I don't even really consider that traveling. When someone says they travel, I assume we're talking around the globe. And I've never done that. So I definitely need to watch this video, all the ways that Americans are traveling wrong in Europe. I didn't even know you could travel wrong. As long as you got the hotel booked and you go to the right hotel, if I make it that far and I catch my plane, I'm pretty happy. But that's why I need to watch this. Shout out to BuzzFeed Bring Me. What is that? Bring Me. Well, it's got 300,000 subs. BuzzFeed Bring Me. Must be like a travel BuzzFeed thing. All right.
What I like about American tourists is nothing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
This is how we know you're an American
Sure you are.
tourist.
A lot of truth is said in jest. How can you immediately spot an American tourist? I can only imagine. They're either dressed like this or they're dressed in like athletic sweatpants.
Normally
right?
in Spain, we're dark-eyed, dark-haired, so when you see this stud who's tall, muscly, and probably shouting something in English, he probably is American.
How funny is that? Like that's not typically, how can the stereotype for an American be tall and muscly and simultaneously obese? Like an unhealthy obese person. There's a wide range of Americans.
Usually, if you're at a Starbucks, the majority of the people there are American. Because if you're Spanish, you're just gonna go to cafe, because that's where the good coffee's at.
I think I can identify if it's an American.
So why are you there? That's like the tourist, that's the American hideout spot. So why are you there? You're there just to make fun of us, huh?
If he or she is taking a lot of selfies.
Everybody in a restaurant puts eyes into every.
To be fair, if you're traveling, yeah, you're gonna take more pictures, you know? This is me in Spain, you know. I promise that's a Spanish tree behind me.
Every sort of liquid drink, no matter if it's beer or especially in water.
When I'm in France, I can definitely tell you're American when you are very impressed with old buildings and you stop to admire buildings while you walk very slowly. And
Okay. This is kind of within the connotation of like as if I should be avoiding that, which bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not ashamed that I'm a tourist. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be. Just because I stop and gawk at a building, wow, it's beautiful. You know, I've never seen something this historic. Like nothing. There's no buildings this old in America. I don't think I'm not just gonna pretend. Oh yeah, I see that every day. Just so that you don't think I'm American. You know what I mean? But at the same time, maybe she's just saying, yeah, that's how you can tell they're American. Sure. It's not a bad thing, like, in my opinion, but.
you smile. Americans tend to smile a lot,
okay.
which I personally love, but French people don't do that.
I think they're always like down to party,
French people don't smile. I'm sorry.
have fun.
Sad.
You see them just really, I think they're really great tourists overall.
Oh, okay. What are some stereotypes Europeans have about American tourists?
The American tourist stereotypes would be that they have skin red as a lobster. Check. True.
Yeah.
Another stereotype would be that they're come to Spain.
Oh my God. The skin thing, yeah, I'm sure that's so true. We're not adapted to that type of, especially someone like me. I'm not like we're not in the sun. I mean, we kind of are here in Indiana, but it's pretty northern. So the sun is different. It's a lot different here in Indiana than it is in like Florida. If I go to Florida, I immediately turn red.
To party, ding ding ding, yes. That they come to Spain to get laid, ding ding ding. And
People are going to Spain just to get laid.
that they come to Spain to try Spanish food. I think they run to McDonald's.
I have seen a lot of
No.
Americans act like frat boys when they visit. You see them in parks, shotgunning beers. This is a
I mean, then again, I would be curious to try the McDonald's in Spain. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, what did you say, dude?
I've seen a lot of Americans act like frat boys when they visit. You see them in parks, shotgunning beers. This is a stereotype, but it's definitely true. It is also true that American tourists that are female are really in love with everything. They go everywhere in the street and they're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Oh my God, the best thing I've ever had. Oh my God, this guy is so hot. This is true.
Some stereotypes that Spaniards
Oh, they say that about you, huh?
have about American tourists would be, I guess, the typical baseball cap wearing, loud, gum chewing, kind of oblivious.
Gum chewing. That is something I never would have. Okay. Gum chewing. You guys don't like gum? It is pretty annoying, huh?
To what's going on around them. I don't agree entirely with all of this. I think that more and more so, there's an awareness that's coming with other cultures and getting to know other cultures. And I think that when Americans
Yes.
go and travel now, it's with an open-mindedness that they didn't have before. Maybe, so it might be
Yay.
just an antiquated kind of stereotype that's
Hey, this is the first foreigner I've heard say that. That's good to hear. Good to
no
report on,
longer
okay?
relevant today. Obviously, there are some things that still stick. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's this
With that said, they're still obnoxious and stupid.
oblivious kind of entitled person that they're made out to be. That's not true.
We always assume that you guys
That's
are
really nice of him to say
from LA. Like, always. Just like, are you from Hollywood?
They're
Sorry,
made out to
I keep talking over these people.
be. That's not true.
We always assume that you guys are from LA. Like, always. Just like, are you from Hollywood? No. New York. Broadway. It's like, no. You're from Ohio? What? Where? Not interested.
The most stereotypical is the
That's so mean. Just because I'm from Indiana, you don't even care? Indiana's interesting. I can tell you about all sorts of different types of corn.
American that doesn't know how to dress, that drinks a lot, and that is very loud. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. And even if it's true, don't worry about it because you're just being yourself and there's
Don't worry about it. You know, you're yourself. You're loud. You're obnoxious. You're annoying. You don't know how to dress. Don't worry about it. That's just who you are.
nothing better than being yourself.
That's true.
First thing that could probably give an American away is probably how loud they are.
Really loud.
Loud sometimes.
Really loud.
See, that's where I just don't fit the bill. I agree. Most Americans are super, or like there's a lot of loud Americans. I wouldn't say most, but because you know you're always gonna find 1 in 10 that's really loud. He sticks out, you know. The loud one is the one that you notice.
American tourists are pretty loud, but we do have Italians right next to us, so we're used to it.
One thing that I've noticed is that Americans at restaurants like, usually clink their glasses like super loud together and the cutlery and are just like very loud.
American tourists.
Is that I could feel a little bit of animosity there, like the clinking of the glasses. You guys don't like that, like for cheers, like ding, like what wine glasses? I assume, ding, cheers. Is that obnoxious?
Normally come to Spain to party. They've heard of Visa and sangria and tapas and all this fun stuff, so they just want to unleash for that time, and sometimes they're really loud, really blonde, really tall and attractive, and it's annoying because you can't be beautiful, tall, and loud.
It would be a little helpful if Americans could learn a few words before actually going to Italy. All the Americans assume that everyone speaks English.
It's fine.
I mean, thank God a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to assume everybody does, but it is true that English is, well, I was going to say it's the most spoken language in the world. I'm sure it is, but I guess I can't say that for sure. It's got to be. I mean, there's a lot of people in China speaking Chinese, but nobody speaks Chinese outside of China. Whereas with English, plenty of people speak English outside of where it's the main language. I assume it's the most spoken language in the world. So, you know, but still it would be, I personally would definitely be really stressed out about learning certain phrases in the language of wherever I go, which is why I might just not go anywhere.
Funny that Americans think they know pizza when they actually don't, and it's even more funny when they try the real pizza for the first time and realize that it's so good, more than theirs. Please, no ketchup and no.
This is kind of funny, you know, as someone born in New York. New Yorkers have a similar type of opinion about the rest of America. But New York pizza is not like Italian pizza. Italian pizza is a different kind of thing. So I certainly would be interested to see this guy try some New York pizza. And maybe he'd say it's better. Definitely no ketchup. That's disgusting.
No garlic sauce on your pizza. It's a big no-no.
Oh, garlic sauce. Yes.
They tend to not know what's going on in the country they are visiting.
Like you think that the whole world is US. Everything that is out of US you don't care about and don't know about.
One thing American tourists do in France that annoys a lot of French people, they're used to having really great service, and we're not great at that in France. So they go in bars and restaurants and they have for just a cup of water and they never get it. Or they ask for...
They never get it. You're not a... Wait. You order something at a bar and you never get it. And you're not supposed to be upset? That actually is... that's kind of blows my mind.
a waiter and he comes like maybe 3 hours later, that people expect a really great service and they just don't really have it.
3 hours.
Yeah, I was a waitress back in France, and I knew
I bet Americans tip really good. Probably way too good. You're like, are you sure? They pay me a normal wage here. I don't need a $10 tip.
Americans would tip a lot, so that was a really good thing. But generally, I just like the fact that American tourists are nice and they know what they're looking for. They will ask you for recommendations and they will try to start conversations with you, because I think American tourists really rely on recommendations from locals and they're not scared to come and talk to you.
What Spanish people love about American tourists is that we have seen...
It's kind of funny because it contradicted what the other guy said about how I think she said that they're going to just go to the McDonald's. So it's just kind of funny, like, even who you ask, the stereotypes, which are supposed to be stereotypes, are complete opposites.
Seen all these movies about the American dream. So we want to ask a lot of questions, we want to practice our English, we never do, and we just want to look at your faces. You handsome guys.
Two things I really like about American tourists is
This lady loves Americans. She'd probably be really disappointed she came here. There's a lot of ugly people. I think just as many ugly people as the rest of the world.
that they're really friendly, like overly so. It's super cute actually, and they tip like very well.
I like about American
Yeah, the
tourists
tipping
that
must
they
be
are
awesome.
very open to new things.
They can be nicer than Italians, actually.
You guys drink a lot, like we do, so we are actually very compatible. So because we're gonna have a lot of fun, and many of the times I had my greatest time in Italy was when I met Americans in Rome, just having fun, and they're awesome people to talk with. I really enjoy your vibe.
Oh, this is interesting. I thought this guy, out of all the people, this guy seemed to really hate Americans. But now he's saying some of the best times he had are partying with Americans. Okay.
Your energy, and when American tourists are in my country, yes, I can spot them, but because I can spot them, I can have fun with them, and that's very enjoyable.
But you guys are fun as hell. When you go there, you're there to fully participate in everything that's going on. And I've never run into an American that you take out for the night and isn't completely on board for everything that you do. And they're incredibly social. They are very willing to have conversations and get to know you and know more about your experiences. We love the energy of American tourists. We love it.
Wow. Amazing. Overall, that was really kind. That was just really nice. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess maybe I will come out of my shell and go travel the world, because even though Americans are annoying, some people like us. Yay. Go check out BuzzFeed. Bring me, BuzzFeed. Bring me. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.